had a message on Facebook, paraphrasing, it was, do you want to join the circus? Oh, yes, I do. Do I ever? Northamptonshire has a circus school. You can learn circus skills. Paul Murphy is the businessman behind it. The circus trainer is Chris Gage. Are you okay with that description, circus trainer?
Yeah, that's fine, yeah.
But you do more. You're like an aerialist?
Yeah, I've trained in aerial work. I've done everything from swinging trapeze, flying trapeze, stilts, bungees, a lot of different skills, and worked at heights probably up to 50 metres high.
Because you think all that belongs in a big top, circus skills, but you're an actor from a College of Performing Arts, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm a trained actor. I went to the Central School of Speech and Drama. I've trained there, and I also trained at a circus facility in London. The thing with the circus school that obviously we're running in Northampton, it gives people the opportunity to acquire skills to break into the entertainment industry, and also skills to it keeps you fit, and it's a great thing to do. It's a lot of fun, and it's a good.
Are these skills necessary now? Are directors, are producers after this kind of thing? Because I think we've moved on from the days of an all-rounder, meaning that you had to sing, dance and act. It seems now that you've got to fly through the air now.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. I mean, a lot of jobs that are out there today, it's not good enough anymore just to be able to maybe act, sing or dance. You have to be able to do a wide variation of different skills. So that sometimes might mean swinging through the air on a trapeze, which has been in several musicals that are in London. Obviously, there's adverts out there where you might have to fly, and the same goes for TV and film. There's a lot of stunts that might involve that you have to fly through the air. You have to be a jack of all trades today, and you have to be able to do stilts and swinging trapeze and acrobatics.
I suppose the most obvious exponents are Cirque du Soleil, yeah?
Yeah. Well, Cirque du Soleil it's something that I've
You've worked with them, haven't you?
Well, I've worked with a gentleman called Andrew Watson from Cirque du Soleil, and Cirque du Soleil it's an amazing show. It's very, very different from the circus that a lot of people kind of think. When you mention circus, a lot of people think about a circus tent, but circus has come quite a long way, from its heyday, from its early day of travelling around in a wagon. It's very, very different now. It's very commercial, and it's an amazing career, to be quite honest. I've worked in the industry for nearly 16 years, and I'm still part of that industry.
But you can keep doing it for how long? I mean, the toll it takes on your body must be amazing.
It does take a lot of toll, and it does take a lot of hard work and a lot of effort. It's very, very good for your core strength. It's, it keeps you strong, but it also keeps you flexible. But I have a friend that I've just recently worked with in a production I was working on, and he's 52 years old.
That's ancient.
So, he's not, it's not necessarily ancient, but he still does acrobatics, and he's a gymnast, and he's still tumbling. And I think that's amazing at age 52. It kind of goes to show that, if you keep yourself physically fit and you do these sorts of skills, that you can lead a very active lifestyle, which I think is great.
Because I'd like to be. Have you seen the guy who's got a really unique act? The guy in the bath. Have you seen him?
No, I haven't seen
Oh, come on, everyone must have seen it. He's in jeans, and then he's got these two, I don't know what they're called, straps that are on the wrist and things, and then he'll do all these gymnastics up in the air, and then he'll land in the bath, and then he goes in the bath, which has got water in, and then he spouts the water, and obviously the ladies like it because he's just in jeans. I fancy being that.
Well, you never know. We'll have to get you down to the circus school.
I would love it. Chris, I would genuinely love it. My dad went to see Catherine Jenkins a couple of weeks back, and she has them as part of her stage show. People on silks, are they called?
Basically, you have one whole sheet of material that are called silks, or sometimes they're called tissue, and they're hung from a fixed point in the air, and basically, you can climb those, and you can do some quite picturesque skills. You have things which are called falls and drops, and then you also have holds, which is kind of creating still pictures. It's a good skill.
I'd love to do it, because I'm thinking of doing a one-man show, a stage show, and people will be expecting me to do a little bit of comedy, a little bit of stand-up, maybe a little bit of drag. They won't be expecting me stripped to the waist, hanging from silks. They might be expecting me to have a heart attack halfway through it, but they won't be expecting that. Can I learn that?
I don't see why not. With you know, you know. It's all about how much work and how much effort you're willing to put into something. And I say that, you know, if there's something that you really want to do, if you put enough work and effort into it, there's absolutely no reason, you know, whether you're 5, 6, 7, 8 years old, or whether you're, you know, 30, 40 years old. It's going to be much harder, obviously, the older you are. Yeah. But, you know, there's always that possibility of being able to. But the
strength it must require of your arms and of your abs, your core must be immense.
Yeah, there's a lot of core training that is involved with becoming an aerial performer or an acrobat. And it's very, very different to going down to the gym and training to do weights and all that sort of things. You know, you can have somebody that goes to the gym and they train to do weights, but then if they come into a circus facility to do circus and aerial work, then you can find that it's very, very hard work for them to have to maybe lift somebody as opposed to lifting a weight, or if they have to pull their own body weight up. So yeah, it's very, very different, and it exercises the small fibers within your muscles, the small twitch fibers, which you don't necessarily exercise so well when you go to the gym. And you know, you can gain a lot of muscle by going to the gym, but then sometimes that muscle is not necessarily useful.
Yes. So you'll be teaching trapeze?
We'll be teaching trapeze, static trapeze, swinging trapeze. We'll be teaching silks and saut, which is known as hoop, and we'll also be teaching stilts and acrobatics, and we also teach poi, which is basically
it's a fish, isn't it?
No, that's a koi.
It's koi.
But yeah, poi is basically chains, or you can have it on sticks, where basically you light the ends of them, and then a lot of people have probably seen staffs where you light either end of the staff and then you can twirl it around. It's very, I guess it's similar to baton twirling.
I love the sound of this, because I've got a 50th birthday party next year. You're right to say I don't look it.
No, you definitely don't look it.
Thanks very much. But I thought, you know, I was going to do a dance routine, just do a spontaneous dance routine. Imagine if I came out twirling batons on fire.
Well, as long as you don't...
hanging myself from silks.
I was going to say, as long as you don't combine it with the silks, I don't think the fire and the material would go too well together.
So the age limits, you're going to start this? Because you've got Cheeky Monkeys there, haven't you? Which
yeah. We have 2 different training sessions. One of them is obviously Cheeky Monkeys, and then we have an older teenage / adult session. Obviously, the older you get, the more skills you can do, and the more you can progress. Obviously, it's going to be harder for somebody that's younger. Yeah. But yeah, we have a younger training session which allows them to still do the aerial stuff. They can still learn how to do swinging trapeze and static trapeze and all those sorts of things. We teach them stilts, and they also learn how to do acrobatics. For the adult classes, we teach a lot of the same skills, but obviously, you know, they're going to learn at a quicker rate, hopefully.
Okay. So it's for people who want fun, people who want to use it as a career option later on.
Yeah, it's for people that want to come along. That, you know, they want to have a bit of fun, they want to enjoy themselves. Okay. You know, it's great for people, you know, for if anybody wants to train and exercise. But also, yeah, I mean, you know, if there's people out there in the local area in Northampton who are maybe, you know, thinking about wanting to break into the industry, and, you know, they've trained as an actor or as a dancer, maybe it's something that they might want to consider, you know, as an extra skill to add to their bow, is it?
It's fabulous. So when's it going to be?
Well, basically, our first session starts on Monday.
Yep.
And
you're at the Walldale Centre of Learning, which is Wootton Fields. That's Caroline Chisholm.
Yeah, it's the Walldale Centre of Learning at Caroline Chisholm School, and we start on Monday, and we'll be having a class every single Monday, and hopefully other times during the week, as you know, as
if there's the demand. Very good. Yeah. Well, listen, you can have a look at what Chris and Paul are doing at thecircusschool.co.uk, and then on Monday at Walldale Centre of Learning, which is in Caroline Chisholm School at Wootton Fields. The number is, am I giving the mobile? 07575?
Yeah.
Is that the number?
Yeah.
07575 429 088. Okay. Okay, everything's provided, so you don't need to bring your own poi?
No, everything's provided.
Because I've got one.
well, if you want to bring your own poi, and if you've got your own silks, that would be great.
Yeah. I don't have my own abs. That's the only trouble. I've got all the equipment. I don't have my own abs.
I'm sure we can work on those.
Thanks. 07575 429 088. It's thecircusschool.co.uk. That's very nice, Chris. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Best of luck. It's a great idea.